Hello. Today I'm going to talk about careers advice or good ideas for your job. A career, of course, is like your job history or job uh, history of through life of what jobs you do. And if at the end of your life you can look back and say, I had an interesting career. There could be many different jobs in your career, in your working life. If you're retired, you finished your career, I guess, and maybe many people looking at this video haven't started their careers; they're still in high school. Their time will come. So, just the range of people makes it very difficult to give advice that's true for everybody. Partly because our lives are constantly changing, but also the world of work is constantly changing. The kinds of jobs that there are always changing, and it feels like the change gets faster and faster. When I was first starting in newspapers, we still had typewriters. Yes, we did have computers, but there were these great big things with green text. Uh, Nothing like what we're doing now. The idea of having a video lesson that other people could look at, unthinkable. So work changes. So what is still true? Well, I was looking at an article by Derek Thompson. He's quite a good American journalist and writer. Works for the Atlantic magazine. And he had the same problem. He's trying to think of what advice to give. Difficult because everything keeps changing. So he came up with these 5 ideas that he thinks are universal, true for everybody. Let's see if they are. I've started off here. What's your dream job? Why? That's a good question. Uh, when I was very young, my dream job was to be a foreign correspondent, writing for a newspaper or news media in a different country. That was my dream. I kind of do that, or now I'm kind of doing that now to you. I'm in Japan. That's a different country from my home. I'm not reporting, but I'm giving you language to understand the world. So, things change. Anyway, here are 5 points to bear in mind. Right. Number 1, your career is not your life. The average person works about 80,000 hours in their life. Is that right? 80,000 hours, which mathematically, that's not how you spell mathematically, mathematically is 480 sleepless weeks of work. But since most people can expect to live for 4,000 weeks, it's not really the majority of your life. It's more like 1/6 of your waking life. Wow. So every time you're awake, one time you're working, 5 times you're not working. So it feels like work is a very important part of our life, but actually, just the time, it's only 1/6 of your life. Is that right? Okay, so here's some more useful advice. Number 2, explore, then exploit. If you're a young person, you should constantly be looking for the right job. And if you haven't found it, quit and start at another job and start again. But when you find a job that you quite like, that you're a good fit, stay at it and work hard until you find it boring and then quit. That's kind of opposite advice. We used to say stay at a company and work hard. But this is different advice, saying, no, you should quit when you're no longer learning or no longer enjoying. Maybe. Or staying at the same company but changing your job role, maybe, is a good idea. So let's explore and then exploit. Exploit means take advantage. Number 3, don't do the job that you want to tell others that you do. Do the job you want to do. What? What I mean is some job titles are very impressive sounding, but would you actually be happy doing the job? If not, don't take it. Your ego doesn't pay the rent. In other words, some jobs sound really great. Oh, you will be vice president of marketing. Oh, that sounds great. Yes, please. I can tell my mom, I'm vice president of marketing. What does that actually mean? Oh, you have to answer the telephone all day long, trying to sell product on the telephone. Oh no, I don't want to do that. So don't choose a job just for status. Choose a job because you want to do the job. Sometimes those two are different things. Okay, I liked number 4. Be honest with yourself about your ambition or lack of it. Ambition, drive. I want to be better. I want to be the president. I want to have more money. That's ambition. Um, if you are very ambitious in your career, don't hold back. Work hard and see how far you can go. If you are an ambitious person, great, go for it. But equally, if you're not ambitious, don't force yourself to be or pretend that you enjoy that style of work. Be happy with your taste in work, but don't expect to rise in wealth or status if you don't apply yourself. So, if you're an ambitious person, go ahead, work hard, and maybe you will have a great future. But if you're not very ambitious, you don't have to be. Some people are not cut out that way. Or things change. I think I started not very ambitious, and then I got very ambitious, and now I'm not ambitious again. So things go at different speeds in life, and that's okay. Finally, number 5, flow. Flow comes from voluntary, difficult, and worthwhile work. Flow. Flow is a book by the psychologist, I can't pronounce their name, Michele down here. I can't pronounce that. No idea. It looks like a Russian or Eastern European name. But they argue that creative people are only truly happy doing work that they would do for free, that is difficult and worthwhile. Find work like that, and you'll never hate your job. If you're a little bit creative person, I think everybody is a little creative. Find a job that you would do for no money, and that is difficult, but is making something that you feel is worthwhile, and you'll be very happy. Really? If I think about it, then for me it would be like being an artist. Or I'm not an artist, but I find that my hobby, I can talk about flow. You enter the flow state where you're only thinking about that thing, completely forget about everything else. For me, that can be doing art or writing. And I would do that for free. You don't have to pay me. I will be happily writing and painting. Find something like that. And if you can find somebody to pay you for that, even better. You'll be happy. So there's my careers advice from the Atlantic. Let's have 3 questions. Zoom in here. Number 1, are you an ambitious person? I don't know. Number 2, what kind of job would suit you most? And this job might change. What job would suit you now? What job would suit you in the future? Or have you given up on work? Don't need it at all. Number 3, which of these tips are best for you? Any advice that you would add? So have a look at these, see what you think is best, and anything you would add. Okay, I hope this is helpful for thinking about careers and what to do. Okay, and I will see you soon. Okay, let me turn this off. Stop recording. Okay, see you soon.